Hello and a very good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the morning wrap. As far as the latest news from the world of sports is concerned, you know that we like bringing you the very latest every morning here on Sports Day as to what's happening in the world of sports. There's a couple of things that you must know about in case you missed out on that. Well, it's our job to tell you what exactly is it that's been happening in the world of sports today. In fact, I've got a copy of the Hindustan Times as well with me. Let's see what the papers also carry. But the one thing for which I don't need to have a look at the papers, and that has to be something that has to get to you ASAP, is the fact that Virat Kohli has made himself available for the next round of Ranji game as far as Delhi are concerned. So he has made himself available for Delhi for the game against Railways that Delhi are slated to play. Virat Kohli has gone ahead and decided to make himself available. Plenty of question marks. There were earlier reports that suggested that Virat may not go ahead and play. Maybe it's the neck sprain that is not allowing him and is the reason why he will not be making himself available. Plenty of those reports you would have seen. But we here at Sports Day are getting to know right now that Virat Kohli, while I can't really comment on what that next sprain is like right now. But Virat Kohli, what we are learning is that he's made himself available for the upcoming round of Ranji game that will be taking place between Delhi and the Railways. I'm taken back. In fact, just give me 30 seconds to recall the last time we saw Virat Kohli. That was back in 2012 when he played in a Ranji match when he represented Delhi. It was a match that took place in Ghaziabad. Lots of crowds, in fact, I remember, had turned up for that match. I was still in school, I think, that time. Maybe I was in 12th grade, if I recall correctly. But I remember the amount of noise that that match had created. There was, I think, Ishant Sharma, Ashish Nehra, Suresh Raina as well. All of these guys had played in that particular match, and it drew a lot of attention. Hopefully, if that's the case, you will see crowds being drawn for the Delhi versus Railways match as well. As Virat Kohli is going to make himself available. Rishabh Pant, we know, is already somebody who's made himself available. He will be playing. He will not be captaining, but he's nevertheless made himself available. So it will, and it has the potential to become a real it has the potential to become a real eye catcher, an audience catcher of sorts. A lot of eyeballs will be attracted if Virat Kohli, once that news becomes absolutely 200% official that Virat Kohli is playing in that match. And hopefully we'll have that news closer to the 23rd of January. We're still a couple of days away from that. But if that news breaks, well, you can imagine what the scenes will be like if Virat Kohli will be playing. Now, that's the first bit. The other bit, let's move forward. We've talked about Virat Kohli. Let's also talk about Rishabh Pant. I just mentioned his name as well. There's something in the papers about Rishabh Pant that I've picked up, and that's true. Let me, in fact, show it to you. We've already, by the way, sent out, we've put out that video of Rishabh Pant. There's an exclusive conversation that we had with him. My colleague Vikrant did that interview. There was Sanjeev going alongside him, who said that, the moment that we know new Rishabh Pant is going to be in the auction, I had my eyes set on him, and once he was able to secure the services of Rishabh Pant for 27 crores, he said he was extremely happy. We also told you, do check out that video. I'm reiterating because it's a good one. You must check out that interview, because Rishabh Pant has also told us that he hasn't really decided on his batting position yet. That is something he will take into account depending on how the conversation with his teammates and the management goes. What he also told us was, because these are nervous moments, right? Let's be honest, we get excited when we are seeing something like the auction. It does get our fancy, it does intrigue us. Imagine for the player who's in the auction. Rishabh Pant says that he was with Rohit Sharma. He was in Australia. They were all coming back. There was an internet issue. They didn't have Wi-Fi. They had mobile internet though. So after they got to their hotel, they were watching it on their iPad and the mobile phone as well. He in fact went across to Rohit Sharma, who happened to be in the room right opposite to his, And he said that once the bid touched 14 crore, 15 crore, Rishabh Pant was getting, he in his own words says that he got extremely nervous after that, and he stopped watching after 15 crore bid was secured. Of course, ultimately he said that he later checked out that he had finished with 27 crores, and it was a good feeling for Rishabh Pant. But what's in the papers? You see, there's a big image of Rohit Sharma today, of Rishabh Pant today. Beg your pardon. There's one of Akshar Patel as well. I'll come to that in just a bit. But look at that. Rishabh Pant has talked about. Well, let me first read the headline to you. It says that Pant's leadership skills given a fresh vote of confidence at LSG, and that's something that in the interview you will see on the Sports Day YouTube channel as well. Zahir Khan has talked about it. Sanjeev Goenka has talked about it. But I want to focus on the bit over here. Now, it may not be very readable to you, but I'm here for exactly that, to make your life easy. He says that the ideology of captaining a side doesn't change for me. He's already captained the Delhi Capitals before, and this will be the second time he'll be captaining an IPL franchise. But here's the interesting bit, because he spent his time as a player in the Indian team largely under two players, largely under two captains, one being Virat Kohli, the second being Rohit Sharma. There is praise that he has for Rohit Sharma. He says that with Rohit Bhai, I've learned how to take care of a player, and I feel the same way when I captain a side. So this is the kind of captaincy we will be seeing from Rishabh Pant going forward. What he also told us in that interview was that he want the team environment is of importance to him, and he wants to have the right environment in place. The right personnel are there. Now the job is to ensure that the best can be extracted from the players and to have the right team environment going forward. So that is Rishabh Pant for you. What I can also tell you is that Gukesh, well, he's playing in the Tata Steel. He has drawn the latest match that he's played. That's also something that is mentioned in the papers today. What Akshar Patel had to say, well, that we've already told you yesterday. There's a video already up on Sports Day, but let me quickly give you a recap in case you missed out on that one. Akshar Patel said that, the management has said that forget everything that's happened, we start afresh. So forget whatever's been said in the past. The communication is extremely clear, and yeah, we start afresh. So no backlog, no baggage. This is a new team. This is a start of a new series, and we start afresh. Remember, the first match between India and England will be taking place tomorrow in Kolkata. We've put out some ground reports from Kolkata as well. There will be some coming your way. Rather soon. In fact, a couple of things that I've been able to pick up from what happened this morning. What we are getting to know is that Mohammad Shami batted in the nets. He bowled as well, looked very good. Arshdeep also spent some time batting in the nets. And no real no real complaints there too. Both of them looked rather good, looked rather comfortable, both while batting and while bowling. So that's the one thing I've been able to pick up as far as India's net session is concerned. If you just want to know what happened in the Premier League last night, well, I didn't personally catch the game. It was too late for here, for me here in India to catch that game. But Chelsea are back to winning ways. The last couple of games didn't go as per their liking. But a 3-1 victory for them against Wolverhampton Wanderers. I think it was Matt Doherty who scored the only goal for Wolves, and there were 3 goals. Cole Palmer, however, didn't make it to the scorers list. And yeah, before I wrap things up, very quickly, take a look at what has a very prominent mention in today's Hindustan Times. There is Yannick Sinner, who secured a victory yesterday and is moved to the next round of the Australian Open. But look at that. Look at how what the top looks like as far as the sports section is concerned. There's Alcaraz as Novak Djokovic. That mouth-watering clash will be taking place today, as we know. The papers say that it's the second match of the night. So around 3 o'clock, if you're a tennis buff, that is when you need to catch that match. I will definitely be watching it, I can tell you, and probably giving you updates from office by that time. But it's the 37-year-old coming up against 21-year-old Carlos Alcaraz. Let's talk about their overall record. It's 4-3 right now. And it is, by the way, just a quick reminder, it's a rematch. We've seen these two, clash against each other pretty often. We saw it happen last year. We saw it happen the year before that in the Wimbledon as well. And last year, in fact, couple of times that we saw, the last one being the Paris Olympics. So it is a rematch of the gold medal match as well that took place in Paris. So in Melbourne, the quarterfinals between Carlos Alcaraz, Novak Djokovic, 3 o'clock today. That's when you've got to watch that. Let's hope it's a proper five setter. If not five, at least a four setter where you see some fight. But there are few mentions on social media. I was seeing about Novak Djokovic being set to be, the underdog in this particular competition. You look at their head-to-head, though, it is 4-3 in favor of Djokovic. So anything can happen. Anything can happen as far as this particular match is concerned. But let's see, there's only one that will make it to the semi-finals of the Australian Open. Yannick Sinner has already displayed what the rich vein of form that he had last year. He's carried it forward to this year as well, and is looking very impressive as well. You expect him definitely to be moving forward as far as the Australian Open goes. But let's see. The biggest match that was being talked about when the draw came out was that there is a possibility of Djokovic versus Carlos Alcaraz quarterfinal taking place. It has turned out to be exactly that way. Let's see which player comes on top of the other. For now, that's all the time that I have as far as the morning wrap is concerned. I hope you liked it. Share it with your friends in case you like what we do here on Sports Day. Share this video with them if they want to be updated with what's happening in the world of sports. For now, I'll take your leave, but subscribe to Sports Day, tap that bell. There's plenty of content coming your way. Some reports, ground reports coming from Kolkata. So watch out for that. And yeah, the day's just begun. I will see you next from office now with my colleagues who are waiting to give you more information, tell you what exactly is happening in Neeraj's life as well. By the way, the other thing that we managed to gather as far as Neeraj's wedding is concerned, it took place close to Kasoli in a very, very intimate affair that it was. 40 to 50 people were there, very close knit. The two of them are spending time in the United States now. We wish them all the very best for what lies ahead, as we already have done so. But join us in sending blessings to the newlyweds. So yeah, I'm going to cut it short now. We'll see you rather soon. Have a good day and subscribe to Sports Today.